A major contrast to Manchester is that you can experience the older England and its history in York. Streets like the Shambles, where buildings and its cobble streets are dating back to the 14th and 15th centuries. It was also nice to be out of the city to explore the countryside and green spaces near York. Another great advantage of York was that we had the opportunity to see a deaf man.
Fucking nice.
In terms of rough sleeping in York versus Manchester, was it clear that there were more homeless people in Manchester, and especially young people lived on the street. There were also several specialty shops in Yorkshire instead of the big companies that ruled Manchester, and it made the city more cozy.
York is a very pretty and quiet town. When you walked in the city streets, it almost felt as you were in a fairy tale. Compared to Manchester, York's buildings is not very big. The biggest building in York was the very nice and detailed church we were inside and see. The church is called the City Church, and it's one thing you have to see if you go to York. We in the group were very surprised at how fun the city was, because even though it's not the largest city in the world, it is still a cozy place where you can watch a good football match, eat at a good restaurant, or just chill in the city gardens.
Manchester is a city in England with a population of 545,000. It lies within the United Kingdom's second most populous built-up area called Greater Manchester Built-up Area, with a population of 2.7 million. In 2014, the Globalization and World Cities Research Network ranked Manchester as a Beta World City, the highest ranked British city apart from London. Around the turn of the 19th century, as part of a process of unplanned urbanization, brought on a boom in textile manufacture during the Industrial Revolution. The transformation took little more than a century, and many people mean that it was this period which created Manchester as we know it today. In the old days, Manchester was one of the UK's most central industrial areas, which you without a doubt can feel when you walk around in the city. Around the city there are many factories and museums who pay tribute to their past as a leading industry city, the Roman history, the city's role in the Industrial Revolution, and the textile industry. We feel that in many ways you can feel that the city has been for many years a city for the working class. Beyond that, the city is well known for their sports teams, especially Manchester United and Manchester City, which is something that almost all the people around the world have heard of.
The first thing we experienced when we went to Manchester was that the city was much bigger than York, and it actually felt like a capital. We lived right beside the Manchester Arundel with big stores and a lot of people in front of us. Our hostel was right in the city center, but it felt like it was a poor neighborhood. Everywhere we went, there were homeless people in sight. It was also easy to see the buzz the city have about football. A lot of people walked around in football shirts, and we were lucky to be there in the week when Manchester United played Barcelona, and everywhere we went, people talked about the game and were very passionate about it. We were lucky to see the game, and 80,000 people were in the stadium in Old Trafford, everybody supporting United.